Hi and welcome to your frog pose class. For today's class you will need a yoga block, or can also be a pillow, just something that you can squeeze between your thighs for some inner thigh activation. And then you will need, you might want a blanket or something soft to pad your knees with for our frog pose hold. So I'm just going to put this to the side. Let's come on to a seated position. Any seated position is fine, whatever feels good for you. You can sit on your heels or sit on the floor. You can even lay down. We're just going to spend a few minutes to center here and come into this moment on our mat. So you can close down your eyes. Start breathing in and out through the nose. Slow down your breathing, extend the exhale. So I like to think about making my exhale about double the length of my inhale. Extending our exhale automatically calms our nervous system. So it's a very simple, very effective way to calm our minds and our nerves without really being too complicated, right? And slowly blink open your eyes. Let's come into a tabletop position to start. If your wrists bother you, you can go ahead and do the wrist class that I have, a 12-minute wrist warm-up, or you can also just make fists like this. We won't spend that much time here, so whichever one is more comfortable for you. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Point your right toes and just start to bring that right leg back and then out to the side and down. Good. Taking some hip circles here. And instead of thinking about the foot or the leg moving, I want you to think about the hip or the thigh bone moving inside that hip socket. So if you can slow down the move and really focus on that thigh bone. Might hear a lot of cracking and popping, switch directions. It's all good as long as there's no pain. And push the floor away, stay active in those shoulders. And remember to keep most of your weight back in your hips so that you're not dumping into your wrists. Last one here. Good. Switch to the other side, point the left toes, bring the leg back, out to the side and down. Beautiful. Again, focusing on that thigh bone moving in the hip socket. Don't worry so much about what this looks like. Should just be a nice, yummy, juicy movement, getting some synovial fluid going through our hip joint. Switch directions. The synovial fluid is basically like the oil of our joints. And it flows when we move. So that's why movement is so important for joint health. Good. And lower down. You can sit back, shake out your wrists a bit. Come up onto your knees. Place the right foot in front, so your knees are in a 90 and 90 degree angle. Tuck your pelvis under, so imagine you had a tail and you're tucking it. Interlace your fingers, press into that front thigh, tuck the chin in, and press that thigh away. You should feel a really nice stretch here through this thigh. Beautiful. If you're not feeling anything, you can also play with tucking the back toes and see if that changes it for you. Breathing here, getting into that psoas and the hip flexors. Good, and step that right leg back and left leg forward. Same thing, tuck the pelvis under, interlace the fingers, push that front knee kind of away from you and then tuck your chin to your chest and breathe. Beautiful, nice and easy here. Should feel a nice stretch in that front right thigh. So your psoas and your hip flexors, maybe even into your quads. Again, you can try with either pressing the top of the foot down or you can tuck the toes as well. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Step that left foot back. Now bring that right foot forward again. And we'll come into a bit of a lunge here. So I want you to just find a comfortable lunge. You can pulse a little bit. Nothing too intense, just still warming up our hips. You can again push the top of the back foot down, or you can tuck the toes, whatever feels better for you. Now from here, take this front foot and move it out a little bit to the side, so you're kind of diagonal now, and keep pulsing. Good. Feeling this in the inner right thigh and also the front of that left hip. Keep your core engaged, belly button drawing towards the spine. Good. Come back and move it a little bit more out to the side. Now you're almost at a 45-degree angle here. If you need to pad that back knee, go ahead and do so. And come back and we'll do the other side. Right foot forward into your regular low lunge and just pulse. You can keep that back foot down or tuck the toes. If you're keeping it down, you can press the top of the foot into the mat for some more stability. Good. And come back. Move that foot out just a tad and keep pulsing. Beautiful. Keep that core engaged, belly button drawing towards the spine. Imagine that you're pulling in and up through your pelvic floor and your lower abs. Come back and then out to a 45-degree angle now. Really getting into that inner thigh. Whew. And again, feel free to pad that back knee if it bothers you. It's actually quite hard here on the hardwood floor despite my mat, but it's okay. Whew. All right, and come back. Good. Shake it out. You can come into a tabletop position and just kind of straighten out your legs, whatever you need to do. Take some hip circles. Again, you can make fists here if your wrists bother you. We will spend some time now in our tabletop position. Extend your left leg back, point the toes, and lift from the glute, lower and lift. So just imagine squeezing that left butt cheek and your leg will lift automatically. Good. Keep going here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way out to the side. If this is uncomfortable, you can keep your knee bent instead and work here in these fire hydrants. If this feels okay, keep the leg extended and then lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, bring it back. Ooh. Take a break, shake out the hands if you need to. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna turn on my mat so I don't hit the wall. But you can stay where you are if you have enough space. Extend the right leg back, point the toes, and lift from the glutes. So here I still want you to engage through the core, so it's not a back bend. We're not doing this, right? You're keeping that core stable, and that movement is just coming from your glutes. Might be a small movement, that's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way out to the side, and we'll do little lifts here. Again, if this is too much, keep your knee bent and work in the fire hydrant, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, and bring it back. Ooh, all right. Sit back onto your heels. Grab your yoga block or a pillow or something that you have that you can squeeze between your knees. Come to lay down on your back. Take the block or whatever you have, place it in between the knees so your feet are hips distance apart. Knees are bent. Oh, now I have my little bun here, but I'll make a pillow out of it. Whew. Okay, so from here, tuck that pelvis just a tad. So imagine that you're just flattening the low back into the ground. So you're pressing your low back into the ground, and from here, press the block with your knees. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, let it all go. Good. Same thing again. Press your low back into the mat, and then press the block or the pillow in between your knees. Hold it. Try to breathe normally. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. Take a breath. Beautiful. Press the low back into the floor. Press the block between your knees and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Whew. You can shake it out a little bit. And again, low back pressing into the mat, and then squeeze the block. Squeeze harder this time. You might hear some popping in your hip. That's normal. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can wiggle a little bit. I'm starting to shake actually, so that's good. I don't know if you feel that too. Press your low back into the ground, and then squeeze the block. Squeeze harder. This is the hardest one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it. Hold it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Good. Remove the block. Shake out your hips. You can take a little supine butterfly here. So frog pose is a intense external rotation of the hip, right? So we want to work all those hip muscles to prep us for the pose so that we're properly warmed up and activated, and our nervous system can feel safe in releasing. So a big part of flexibility is stability. So if your body doesn't feel like you have the strength, it might not open up because it requires stability in order to provide flexibility, because otherwise your brain will deem it dangerous. You can use your hands, bring your knees together, give yourself a little squeeze, knees to chest, wiggle around, and then let's make our way up. We'll come into standing here. So make your way up. We'll keep working into our hips. So standing up, your hands can be on your hips. Lift the right knee in towards your chest. From here, we're gonna pulse 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now keep it as high as you can and then try to extend the leg. 1, 2, it doesn't matter how high you are. I just want you to really activate through that quadriceps. Last one. Whew, good. Now we'll do the same thing out to the side. Externally rotate that leg, bring the knee up and down. Good. Up and down. 2 more, last one. Good. Now hold it up here and now try to extend that leg. Ooh, this one is really hard for me. Keeping that hip in the external rotation, wherever that is for you. Doesn't have to be extreme. Ooh, I think we have one more. It's okay if you lose your balance. Ooh, ooh, all right. And we'll do the other side. So I'll show you from this side. So left leg now. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And now out to the side. Externally rotate that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Extend the leg. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. All right. Check that out. Okay. Let's do our first frog pose, shall we? So I'm gonna grab this. This is the only thing I have to use as cushion for my knees, but you can go ahead and grab like a blanket, or if you have, I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I'll make do. If you have a blanket, for example, you can fold it up, or a comforter, or just anything, even 2 cushions. So your frog pose, what you want to think about, I'll show you from the side here first. So we're going to come into, so your knees are going to be in a 90-degree angle, right? Both of them. Now I'm showing like a very narrow version here, just to show you the alignment. And your hips should be in line with your knees. So if you start coming forward too much, it's not going to feel as intense, right? You also want to keep your pelvis in an anterior tilt. So you don't want to be here. You want to kind of back bend a little bit. So imagine that your tailbone is reaching up to the sky, okay? So coming in here to your position, the knees are in a 90-degree angle. Ankle is in line with the knee, knee is in line with the hip. So you can stay up on your hands first, and you can just take some gentle rocks back and forth. Can wiggle a little side to side. We'll stay here for quite some time, so you can get comfy. You'll feel a really intense stretch through your inner thighs here. You guys can see me, right? Yeah, I think so. And just breathe here. So use your breath to help your nervous system relax. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale it really slowly through the nose. again. And if your body is starting to open up, just let it. So just adjust so you can separate your legs a bit further. If you feel like it's too much, bring your legs back together a little bit. Just work with your body wherever you are. You can stay up on your hands, or you can start to make your way down onto your forearms perhaps. Keep breathing. If at any point you lose your breath and you feel like you can't breathe calmly, try to come out of the pose just a tad, because you want to be at your edge where it's really challenging, but you can still breathe through it. The moment you can't breathe through it anymore, that's when you know you've gone a little too far. Now from here, start pressing into the knees. So press into the knees. Imagine that you're trying to kind of squeeze the mat in between your thighs. So press into the mat with your knees, activating through those inner thighs. Ooh, should be burning. And relax. Breathe. See if you open up a bit. Maybe not. That's okay. And then squeeze again, press into the floor with your knees. Press, press, press. And relax. Beautiful. And slowly make your way out. You can bring the big toes together and then just kind of bring the knees back in. Ooh. You can also come forward and kind of slide onto your stomach forward to come out of your frog pose. Let's take a moment. That's quite intense, yeah? So it's very normal when we do these like intense poses to when we come out of it, you can kind of feel like you're 90 years old, right? And it's your tissues need to kind of come back into their normal state. So just give it a minute. It's totally normal to feel like you're just been through the ringer. Just breathe, take any wiggles, any movement that you'd like. If you want to stand up, walk around, go ahead, whatever feels good to you. And we'll take a little bit of flowy movements before doing our next frog pose hold. So come into your tabletop position, walk your hands forward about a hand's distance, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk out your feet. Push the floor away, making sure to press into the index finger and thumb side of the hands, so you're not on the outside edge of your palm. Keep pedaling the feet. Should feel pretty good here. So in your down dog, remember that your spine needs to be really long. So you can keep as much of a bend in those knees as needed to keep that spine long. Your tailbone is going up towards the sky. Core is still engaged. Belly button drawing towards the spine. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Oops. Getting stuck in my jewelry here. Take a fold. You can shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Take a really deep bend in those knees. Inhale and roll all the way up. Arms overhead. And arms by your side. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Imagine that someone is kind of punching you in the hips so that they go backwards. Fold forward. You can use blocks here if you can't quite reach the floor. Halfway lift, back bend through the chest. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs or on the floor. Exhale, step the left foot back, then the right, coming into plank pose. Inhale in plank. And exhale, drop the knees and come all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, lifting your chest, pulling the mat back with your fingers. Tops of the feet press into the mat. You can look straight down or slightly forward, whatever feels better for your neck. Pull the mat back, feel that back engage. And exhale, roll over your knees. Take a child's pose. Come back into your tabletop. Walk your hands forward. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Downward facing dog. Keep a bend in those knees. Keep the spine long. Pedal the feet. Getting some movement through those legs and the hips. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Point the toes, leg is really long. Exhale, see if you can step it in between your hands. You might have to kind of finagle it in there, but that's okay. Inhale, come up into your high lunge. Press into that front heel. Arms up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Back into your three-legged dog. Right toes are pointed. And lower the leg down. Pedal out the feet. Inhale, left leg up and back. Point the toes, leg is really long. Exhale, see if you can step that foot in between your hands. Just do your best. Inhale, high lunge, arms overhead. And exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back, three-legged dog. And lower that leg. Lower the knees. Shift the hips back, child's pose. You can separate your knees here. Keep the big toes together. And come back into your child's pose. This is a little bit more intense for the hips and especially those inner thighs. If it's too much, you can place a cushion underneath your bum. That will help decrease the extension or the angle rather of your knees and your hips. Take some wiggles here, just feeling into those hips. Place the forehead down. And make your way back up. Good. We'll take our second round of frog. So grab your padding again. And if you'd like, you can grab like a sofa cushion or something, or a pillow, or if you have a yoga bolster, and place it in front of you. It can be really powerful in our frog pose to feel our chest supported. So if you can't reach the floor, you can use a sofa cushion or a yoga bolster, and it'll make you feel really held, and it can help your nervous system relax and open up more over time in your frog pose. Let's get into our frog pose. So again, finding that 90-degree angle with the knees. So the ankles are in line with the knees and the knees are in line with the hips. Padding those knees as needed. Starting off with rocking a little back and forth. Beautiful. And then maybe from here, You come down onto your forearms or onto your bolster or your sofa cushion. Regular pillow could work as well, but it needs to be firm so that it can hold your body weight. So depending on what pillow you have, it might not work as well, but try it out and see. Breathe here. Inhale through the nose. And you can also exhale slowly through the mouth. Imagine blowing out birthday candles very softly. See if you can get that sensation of your hips relaxing more with every exhale. Beautiful. 2 more breaths, just like that. Good. From here, press your knees into the ground. Press, press, press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Maybe your chest can come down on the floor, or if you are on your bolster, and slowly start making your way out. Come up onto your forearms if you were all the way down. You can bring the toes together, big toes, come up to your hands, and then slowly pull the knees back in together. Let's take a moment, let our tissues kind of readjust and settle again. These long holds can be really effective in our flexibility journey. And the key is to really find your edge, right? So you want to be in a place that is quite uncomfortable, but that you can still breathe through. And you'll notice when you go over that edge, because you'll start to be almost like panicky, and you can't keep your breathing calm. So that's your cue that you've gone too far. So then back out a little bit, but you need to feel something, because otherwise you're not going to progress, right? Whew, okay, so let's come onto our back. So you can come onto one side and then come onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Take some wiggles. And take some circles here if that feels good. And switch directions. And extend the legs straight out, about as wide as the mat. Let your feet splay out. Arms by your side, palms face up. Close down your eyes and just relax here. Feeling the effects of your practice, letting your body absorb what we just worked on. Let your breathing return to its normal state. And just notice any buzzing, any kind of feeling of energy throughout your hips and your inner thighs especially. Feel your body heavy here. Perhaps you feel a sensation like you're melting into the floor. Or perhaps you feel like you're floating. Or maybe you feel something different. Just notice any sensation here. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can take a good morning stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze again. Roll over to one side. And come up into a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing frog pose with me. I will see you again tomorrow. Namaste.